Hey everybody, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. This is a prediction reading. Ooh, I know. Concerning Benjamin Netanyahu. That's his name. Clearly, it's that's the correct pronunciation of that. Benjamin Netanyahu. Who is Prime Minister Israel, stuff like that. Right. So. Lot of housekeeping before we get into this, right? First off, hi. There is a great storm coming this weekend in the United Kingdom. I don't know if you've heard of it. They've called it something cute as well, just to really kind of like Bert or something. I don't know. But for the new boys and girls, just to catch you up, here, this little table, all that kind of stuff, we are entirely off-grid. Okay, even our internet access is entirely off-grid. We're via satellite Starlink, right? And that in the contract, that's why we have to call him Daddy Elon Musk. So, which works spankingly, I think is the technical term for that. However, from previous experience, when great storms come in, it's of course, it's satellite. It gets a little bit glitchy, okay? So I cannot guarantee what's going to happen this weekend while it's blowing through the UK. All right? So just a little heads up there. And just so that we understand exactly what's going on and stuff like that, because there are very strong feelings on both sides of this shenanigans that's going on. Let's put it lightly. And let's lay out the stall here, right? You can't play victim if you still got the hostages after 400 days, right? There's a reason why Egypt still won't open the border to you. I've just checked before I started this, just to double check. And they're actually, at the beginning of this year, was reinforcing their wall with what's going on there. The only border openings was with the people that you did it to. Yeah. So it's kind of a bit difficult to, for me, and I know there's people involved who are not involved in this and getting hurt and killed and all that kind of stuff, but it's not, blame the right people. It's simple as that. Blame the right. So for example, and this is just an example, Queers for Palestine. You're showing how stupid you are if you're part of that, because they, unfortunately, the way the world works, this particular area that you're standing up for actually hate you. Genuinely, sort of people that kind of like kill, maim, throw people off buildings, that kind of thing. Okay, not just them, but just, just like bit of perspective. Admittedly, it's not scheduled in my calendar, but I do know that out of a majority of the Middle East, if not all the Middle East, one of the only places to have one of your like prides and flags and all that kind of stuff, Israel. Yeah, just and then you can do your own biz over there. You can do your own shenanigans, even, the lesbians and the gays and it doesn't matter. They're pretty okay with it, It's a bit interesting. Yeah. So put it in perspective, right? It's and in my humble opinion, and it's just purely my humble opinion, and I'm sure I've lost some people along the way on this. If it's quite simple, okay? If you're the aggressors and then you play victim until you try and rectify what you've done that caused all this, you just sit down and shut up. Yeah, you caused the consequences, unfortunately, on this. It's your actions that started this. And I know some people are like, but they've made it's difficult. More people. The border has been moving closer and closer to Israel. There's official means to deal with that. You didn't have to resort to this. Okay, you didn't. It's simple as that. Right now we've got that out of the way. So it's and and you wonder why. And here's an official fact, right? You wonder why the record people, I can't remember what their names now. Is it the Office of no, it's not the Office of Budget Responsibility. The one of them that keeps the records of numbers and stuff. Isn't it amazing that the level of hate crime for Jews and gays and lesbians and black people and even girls and women have gone up hundreds of percent here in the UK in the last 5 years. Isn't that? Maybe we should be focusing on that. That's all I'm saying. And questioning why that's happening. Instead of, marching around, saying that Israel's the aggressors. Anyway, sorry about that, people. I'm just going to get in so much trouble. So, let's do a prediction reading for Benjamin Netanyahu. What's going on here? Because he's recently got an international warrant for him, even though he is I don't see Tony Blair having one. Let's put it into some perspective. Yeah. Warrant for his arrest. It's just like, and even though if he did visit, it's in the last half an hour as I record this, supposedly, even if he did visit the UK, he supposedly wouldn't be arrested here, but we have noticed history has told us this, that even if a plane goes over a certain country with diplomats on it, it will be, it has been in the past forced down to then be arrested, people on board being arrested. So history has shown us that. So security cameras, okay. Big shit here. Compromised banking. Interesting. For the new boys and girls, after that little ranty-roo, if you're still here, hi. This is the base reading. I'm just finding out information and stuff like that, and then we'll go on top of this with tarot and stuff like that. So, security cameras there's a lot of information going back and forth. That feels like Jerusalem, but this over here feels more about the manipulation of it from the banking sector, obviously, because who's really selling all the shells and stuff like that. They're sooner or later, they're going to run out of all the stuff that old Biddy Biden left behind, I found coffee. Cheers. So this is what it's spreading and like situations are happening and, So, it's a bit... I never like when the banking card comes up because it just feels so crummy, Distraction, spreading. I was saying spreading when I was putting this up. The compromise and the harmful. I kept saying spreading, and then I realised when I put coffee down, I said I've used the wrong card. But there you go. I love when the magic trick works, not necessarily when it's about. It's been happening a lot recently, as it, for the longer term viewers, you may have noticed. But yeah, it just seems very housing issues. That feels very odd as well. Oh, 2 cards for this one here. Submarine underwater, tide rising. This doesn't feel just like Labour because they're normal cards here. This feels very much kind of like the bigger plan, the alphabet spaghetti of WEF, EU, UN, Lockheed Martin, all that lot, right? All of them. They're getting pressured. They're like, it's not working. It's not happening. It's not sorting out. But planned outcome, some sort of support role. That keeps coming up recently as well. The planned outcome, I think, is the conflict. Overarching energy, damage done. Underline, underline, heavy burdens. The support role does. Oh, what's that one coming out? Transport as well. I was going to get the dinky deck out, but this is going to be controversial. If you thought the rate, like, if you thought the disclaimer was a bit of a, this is. It's almost as if we cause bedlam in the Middle East, they will naturally want to come to the Western countries. If we like turn up the volume to 11, then we will naturally, like, do you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. With like this planned outcome, the housing issues here in the UK, in America, in Canada, in France, in Belgium, pretty much everywhere. Any Western country pretty much at the moment has got housing issues. Even Australia, I was reading the other day, has got housing issues. But this support role, that feels kind of like it's kind of, come on, this way. And I don't mean this in disrespect, but it's almost like that feeling of kind of herding cats, kind of like, come on, this way, or like small children, they're all darting around on e-numbers and stuff. It's like, no, come on, this way, go this way. But it's a planned outcome. It is. Right, so let's get the terror out and find out what's going on here. So, what is the actual situation? Information, please, about the Benjamin Netanyahu arrest warrant. What's going on there? How is this playing for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Always be appreciative. I don't know if I've mentioned it or not yet, so I am. I'm going to do it right now. This was suggested by multiple people. Dweamy. Hello, suggested this with 32 upvotes, and Yvonne as well. So thank you very much indeed for your suggestions for future readings. You can do the same down in the comments down below. If you're new here, then you can subscribe, just as a little suggestion. We're normally funnier than this, but it's a serious topic, so that's why we're being a bit more kind of not kind of Victoria Derbyshire kind of news night, but we're still being a bit Hierophant. It's all about beliefs, isn't it always? Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles over the big city. That's very odd. 6 of Pentacles over the, it's not the spreading card, what was it? The compromised, harmful card. It's a deal. There's some sort of, this is what I'm on about here. There's some sort of agreement, an understanding kind of thing. The banking, trying to get the rewards, reaping the rewards out of it. And remember, most of these people, and I know it's a broad stroke, I know that's not like a percentage, a pie chart or anything, but remember these are the same sort of people that would have been decreeing for over a decade now, is that we're overpopulated. So it's like, it's these evil people, like that nastiness that I was getting with the banking and stuff like that. It's all part of the, we'll have a cull as well as, and it's all, it's diluting, breaking down certain things and what we need to do for our master plan and all that kind of crud. It's all horrible. It's all horrible. But they're playing into the beliefs. This is the bit that is unfortunate. Is that people they've got to a point where they are kind of so angry, I suppose, is the energy I'm getting, kind of or frustrated, I suppose is a better word for it. That they're leaning into their faith and religion, and then they're being hoodwinked into this and whipped up into a frenzy, and then it's off to the races kind of thing. It's almost as if all sides are being useful idiots. And I don't mean that in, it's not a disrespectful way. It's all by plan, as we've got here, planned outcome there. It's all by design, unfortunately. 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Now it feels like it's supposed to be in reverse. That's got the energy of kind of unbalancing the situation. Kind of making it topsy-turvy, overwhelming people and places and resources and things. That kind of energy. The 8 of Cups is going off on their plan of action, which has come up down here, and then persevering through. Oh, no. This is why, I've got to be careful. This is why nothing's happening on the borders of any country in the West right now. This is why they want to bring people over. Part of the plan. If you cause as much conflict as possible, then you can bring them over to where you want them to be. Yeah? Do you see what I'm saying? Instead of kind of like pitching tents by like one of your bodies like UN and having safe havens and stuff like that. No. Come on. Be useful over here. Just horrible. Hawk Lady, 9 of Pentacles, which is... doesn't feel good. King of Swords, and we've got the 6 of... Oh, really? Oh. Overarching energy, Ace of Swords. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, breaking through. Kind of, bam, here it is. You can't put it back in the box. Underlying energy, 2 of Cups. Has he started saying stuff that he shouldn't be saying? Benjamin Netanyahu. Is that what's... Is he calling out the BS? The double standards, the double speak. Is that... Because this partnership here feels as if this is kind of Trumpy Trump and the new regime going in over there. This feels like he's started saying stuff and that's why they're escalating it a bit. Very similar to what they're doing in Russia and Ukraine, escalating the situation that we've touched on before. But this feels very much kind of like we've got to keep it in plan. We've got to keep it in like organized. We've got to keep it going. We've got to escalate it, make it worse, make it, for what we need to do before, change comes. Which says a lot about these people. Like, says a lot about this. So this perseverance here feels like the wounded warrior feels very much like kind of standing up to the situation in the sense of like Netanyahu with the Ace of Swords here. 9 of Pentacles, Hawk Lady is all about it's working, kind of in a gleeful way. Oh, look at what we're building. Oh, the things are falling apart. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, the inflation is going through the roof. We're breaking things down. It's like, yes, finally. It's a horrific kind of nasty, like evil. I don't use that word very often. It's genuine evil. And look how playful and silly they are, the 6 of Cups. Yeah? They're over the moon with it. There's just no morals here. Apart from the 9 of Matches, with like Benjamin Netanyahu calling out the BS of all this kind of making it worse. The King of Swords here feels as if it's like whoever Trump's put in charge with standing up, speaking truth, kind of on the international stage. It's not good. This is. So let's get the next deck out. This is worse than Russia and Ukraine. This is yeah. Like it's manipulation, should I say, between like of Russia and Ukraine. It's bad. This is bad. And I'm recording this as on Friday. If you're watching this in real time, when there has been a loud bang, bunny flops, outside or near the London's U.S. embassy. Which is interesting, really, because we were talking about embassies, U.S. embassies, but the Kyiv embassy this week, in fact, and now there's some sort of suspicious packages happening at Gatwick Airport, London Gatwick Airport, which is south of London if you're outside, a couple of miles south of it, but it's it's all happening on the same day. So it's a bit kind of, how will these be used, if they will? And this is, I could say more, but it's like if you're following certain channels here on YouTube, you know what's going on in Edinburgh, all the hush hush that's been going on in Edinburgh in the last couple of weeks. And a few other bits and bobs, and it's like, what is actually going on here? This is, and it all kind of feels like it's connected. It all kind of feels like, Two of Swords. This, once again, I don't feel like I don't mean this in disrespect, mainly because it doesn't bother me if you go through organized religion or spirituality, as long as you get to the end goal properly. If you get there, that's the main thing, right? Doesn't bother me which way. This feels as if like this blinkered view, kind of being manipulated by people who claim to be religious teachers and stuff like that on both sides. This kind of manipulation, this kind of earworm kind of energy. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Queen of Cups is the one in charge for me of the cups. High Priest. This is... Didn't we have these cards out for another reading? Four of Wands. But I've just shuffled them. Wheel of Fortune, overarching energy. Spoiler alert. Okay. I wanted to double check that I'm not having deja vu. I am having deja vu here. Which reading did we have these four cards out? I'm sure it was all four of them. It's in the last couple of days. I've done quite a few like personal readings and stuff this week, so they're all kind of blurring together a little bit. But I'm sure that these have come out in identical places as well. High Priestess is following their intuition. Who's this following their intuition? Yeah, their agenda, their scheme. Queen of Cups feels like you ain't gonna like it. That feels kind of like, in this balanced way, they're kind of almost... I'm almost getting kind of Queen of Swords energy off the Queen of Cups. Kind of manipulate, kind of like chill, cold, balanced, kind of centered, grounded in their own way, but it's like it feels kind of a cold, kind of bitchy, kind of don't mess with them energy. I don't know who that is. This one feels like WEF people, right? Four of Wands, happy home, 1111, making a wish. Celebrations also with this one. Hermit card reflecting. Four of Cups. King of Pentacles. This is very complicated reading. The Four of Cups here feels like somebody else involved that I don't know. Doesn't feel like Benjamin Netanyahu. This feels like... no, it's not a person. It's not a person. This feels like Gaza. It's like offering, like... They've reflected with the Hermit card, kind of like... Especially with the Queen of Cups. Okay, whoever leader that is. They've reflected and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, okay, we need to calm this down a little bit. Here's some shiny. Here is offers. Here is opportunities. Here is something or other to turn it down. So you've done your job. You've done what you needed to do. Now turn it off, kind of energy. But the King of Pentacles here, this is what you get when you start playing with religious dogma and teachings and stuff. Yeah. This is when they're starting to see, kind of like, rightly or wrongly. It's not for me to judge. I remember at some point this year there was talk about like a red calf or something being born in Israel, which is a sign, and this, that, and the other of certain signs, and this, it's the right time. It was written in the teachings, and like, this is what I'm getting with the King of Pentacles. It's like, it's not about the shiny that you're offering. It's almost as if, and I'm gonna say old Biddy Biden just to kind of, I don't think it was him. I don't think he's done anything for 2 years, right? They need to change his Duracell batteries. That's what he needs. Anyway, the point is, I had a joke there. No, I'm not going to say it. It feels as if they thought they could turn this on and off. Okay, you've done your job. You've done what we needed you to do. Well done. Okay, you can calm down the rhetoric, please. And they're like, no. We're going now. They've lost control. I'm not saying it is old Biddy. I'm just saying it's like they've lost control a little bit here. They've kind of because they're like, we're winning, we're doing stuff, we're seeing the signs, we're reading the scriptures, we're this, that, and the other. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, why would we're not your puppets anymore, kind of thing. That kind of energy, all in the darkness. Exactly. It's all behind closed doors. Death card. Oh. Emperor. I don't know on that death card. I may need to get the dinky deck out for that one. We know it's the Wheel of Fortune, overlying energy, overarching energy, even words. I can speak words. Not necessarily the right words, but I can speak them nonetheless. Underlying energy, Page of Swords. This is that kind of, oh, come on, lads. Okay, it's done now. We can all get on and get no. It's like, it's not working. It's not working on it. This is all kind of like, Chinese whispers, a game of telephone, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just like, oh, all right, we can. Would you mind? No. It's just kind of whimsical kind of energy. Wheel of Fortune is upright though. It's going to sort itself out a little bit. It is there is something here that is going to sort itself out. But I need to dinky deck because I am a bit worried about this here. Because if got to be careful about this sort of stuff. It feels as if because they're not like playing along anymore, they're kind of rebellious. They're on their own thing. Because they're, they value this, all that kind of stuff, the King of Pentacles. The leaders. Okay. And obviously it's in Lebanon and all other places, but it's all kind of Hamas and all that kind of stuff, right? So they think they're doing God's work. Okay. It's almost as if they've now signed their own death sentence, if you get me, with the death card. Normally it's rebirth, reborn. Normally it's kind of renewal, new start, new beginnings. But this is like you've signed your own death warrant now, lads. You know what? This has just popped into my head, and once again, it's a difficult subject. So, anyway, this is smacking as kind of came out at the CIA. Bin Laden, wasn't it? He was on the CIA payroll in the what was it with the first Gulf War? Was it? Was it? Yeah. And he was on the payroll, and he was like all that kind of jazz. And he got on the wrong side, and then all of a sudden he he did certain things, certain attacks and stuff, and then he signed his own death warrant, kind of thing. It's like, okay, you went too far. Okay, you've gone rogue, as it were. Now we're happy to oopsie, kind of thing. It's like, oh dear, you've gone too far. It's that kind of stuff where they've decided then, they're on this crusade, and now it's like, nah, okay, fair enough. That feels like US old Biddy Biden, cackling Harris, that lot. Emperor feels like Trumpy Trump. Emperor feels like kind of seeing what's going on behind the scenes. This feels like as if he's getting the data of this as well. And no matter how it's manipulated in the media, and like the marches that have been going on for ages in London and other places around the world every Saturday, it's yeah, it's a bit concerning how this is gonna. This really doesn't feel like it's going to end well. I know that we started off with Benjamin Netanyahu, but this has turned into something, because we've already done a reading about Hamas. And they reached out to Trumpy Trump, and like in the media, that can we talk about blah blah blah? Same with Putin. Oh, can we talk about blah blah blah? And so the offer was made, like certain things were made, and it's like, oh no, but we're on a crusade. It's like, okay. Yeah, let's get the dinky deck out about the death card and the moon card. Can we clarify the death card, moon card, and emperor, please? Death card, moon card, and emperor. But it's not. The US and the UK are not innocent in this, and I don't think a lot of Western countries are innocent in this. There are so many people involved in this, and it's almost like, it's interesting that because Netanyahu is standing up for his people, and like we've got the calm the F down card. It's not the right it's not purposeful though. It's not balanced. Not listening to their intuition. The unbalanced thing is because they've gone rogue. They're no longer on purpose, bunny flops. Yeah, they're going crazy. They're going off the piece, kind of thing. Yeah, whatever metaphor you want to put in there. Whoever this King of Pentacles is. And the High Priestess feels as if the High Priestess here. It's almost like timeline. They didn't see this coming. They didn't see this coming. They were so short-sighted, short-term, that they didn't see what was really being built. It's that kind of energy. And so the fact that Netanyahu is standing up and all that kind of stuff, and like, come on, guys, please, this is ridiculous. And then, like, the fact that stuttering Starmer sanctioned against kind of like certain amount, what was it, 30 out of 300 kind of missiles being, or manufacturers or whatever it was, something like that, wasn't it? A couple of weeks ago, it's like, why are you? You know what I mean? It's like, because at the time it feels like, no, hold on. There's some. Let me just put this into the right order that's coming in. They'd already started going rogue then, so they thought they could, if they shut up Israel by preventing the flow of materials and weapons and stuff to them, that'll be another way to calm this down. It didn't work. Do you know what I mean? It's like they've already, even then they could see that, oh no, this is escalated way out of our control now. We lit the fuse and didn't realise what size bomb it was to, kind of thing. It's that kind of energy that's coming through. So let's get the Truth, Knowledge and Wisdom deck going, and then we'll get the hell out of here, because this none of these people feel nice. Like, apart from like Netanyahu, and to an extent before they turned into the King of Pentacles, I could kind of see what they're coming from a little bit, but it's like, yeah. There's something to do with funding as well. Something like CIA, blah, 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 like similar, like CIA paying for Bin Laden. That's now come out. It's now in the public domain. There's something similar going on here. Yeah, there's something similar going on here. That's celebration. That's the Three of Cups, quite literally, in this deck. Happy, playful, silliness. They cannot realize, well, they do not realize how lucky they're like dumbfounded, kind of like, how can they be so ... You know, this is unbelievable. This is all our wishes coming true. And there's something I want to Google, but I've just lost it again. What was it? There was something there. Yes. What does Hamas mean in English? Hamas itself means, this is on Wikipedia, so we've got to take this with a truckload of salt, don't we? Hamas is the military wing, blah 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 blah, and now I can't find it. Don't you love it when you click a link on the webby sites? Let's play along on the webby sites, and it's like the actual results came in with the little passage. Oh, Hamas means this. Hold on. Not to be confused with Hamas, a weekly publication. No, that's their magazine. Okay, so hold on. Let's just find Hamas means. Oh, now you're not showing it. Look, this is what I have to put up with. Hamas. Which itself means zeal, strength, or ... That's what I want. What if I find zeal? Okay. New Zealand, zeal. Or bravery. Self means strength or bravery. Interesting. There's something there. There was something there that I couldn't quite. I'm sure we'll get it in a minute. Anyway. Okay. And compromise with the emperor. Obviously, that was. Everything's going to sort itself out with the death card and stuff. I don't like it when. I know. So I'm having an argument with God's Spirit Universe, right? It's like, I know you do you, boo, but it's just like, do we actually have you? Everything's fine, everything's okay, everything's going to be all right. It's just like, don't worry about it kind of thing. And it's like, okay, but it's on the... because they're out in the cold. Because they couldn't believe their luck. They got all this funding. They got all this thing. Now it's like... You've got to turn it off now, lads. We've got to, we'll still fund you or whatever. And, thank you for being useful, but we need to calm it down. No, can't believe their luck. But everything's going to work out okay. Goal. There is a purpose at the end of this. There is a purpose at the end of this. There is a, there is a mission here. Bigger than this. And I've just got the words for the new people you won't understand. For the long-term viewers, you'll know that I've just got the words "careful, Icarus," which means I need to shut up. That's my cheers, by the way. That's my code with whatever you want to call them, God, Spirit, Universe. Where I'm now going off-piste kind of thing. You need to stop now. And it's like, all right, I'll shut up. But this is as if I'm not asking too many questions kind of thing. It's that kind of stuff. It's not my place to ask them. So it's one of those situations where To answer the question specifically with this, what the real reason for this arrest warrant and all that kind of stuff, international arrest warrant for Netanyahu, is to pressure him to calm down. They can't calm down Hamas and what they were dealing with, so it's more pressure on him to calm down. But it's like, I ain't the one who started it. Like we started off with. He wasn't the one that started. He was quite happy doing his own business. They were the Israeli border was the only one that you could get in and out of Gaza, right? The fact that Egypt wants nothing to do with them and is fortifying it even more must say something to the international community. It's like, no matter how much the UN was going, oh, please let us through. It's like, nah, we ain't opening this up for no one. Not even you. Oh, but we'll peer pressure you. No, we ain't doing it. We're not doing that. That's dangerous territory. We ain't doing that. So they cut off their nose to spite their face, and then they wonder why they're getting pummeled. I don't know. What a mess. What a horrific mess they weave. Oh, hello. And what's stupid, and this is the thing to remember if you're still here, right? Is that if what people say, oh, we know new what's the words they use? A two-state solution, right? If they had a two-state solution, what I could gather from multiple sources, it seems like Hamas would be instantly voted in, right? Which is fair enough, because at the time they were in their pocket. It was like, oh, cool, yeah, that's whatever. You do you, boo. That's fine. Now they're not in the pocket anymore. They can't shut it down. They've got kind of the ego, not no disrespect, but the kind of like the wins and the kind of like we're doing God's work and all this kind of stuff. Cannot believe their luck. That's why they've gone crazy, off-piste. They've crazy in the sense of they're not in control, being controlled anymore. They, in their terms, But this is what you do. This is what happens. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, even though it was a bit kind of news nighty. But it's one of those situations where it's like, it's a weird game they're playing, and the only ones they can attack at the moment is Israel, because they've lost control of the other one. This is the last one they've got. If they lose control of, like, for example, if Britain loses control of their kind of relationship with Israel, the last person will be Trumpy Trump, quite literally, and America. And then what? Do you know what I mean? It's like, then there's no support in any which way. There's no control in any which way. There's no conversations happening in any which way. Then that's a real powder keg. So that's what's happening here. That's why they're trying to put the pressure on the one person that's still picking up the phone and talking to them and stuff like that. And they do it by issuing an international arrest warrant. Genius. What are these? Who are these people? Who are these people we've got in charge? Do you know what I mean? And it's not even the flunkies and the sock puppets that we've voted in. It's because we know it's not them. It's all the like the civil servant, you know, all them lot. You know, it's just like you do have to wonder, don't you? But anyway, on that point, I'm going to leave it here. Okay. So if you've at least found this informative, please thummy, like it. It genuinely helps out the channel. You have no idea. If you're new here and you enjoyed this, I promise we're normally happier and a bit more bouncy. Please click that subscribe button, ding-a-ling that bell. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.